side. So this is a live stream about what is it I do in my own life to supercharge my manifestations, my conscious creations, my intentions, and how do I work with the cycles of the earth, aligning my energy to the major cycle of the earth and to flow and to co-create with the power of the earth. This is a lost art that more and more people crave to reclaim. Reclaim the wisdom of our ancestors. This is why such spiritual paths as shamanism and neo-paganism and paganism becoming more and more appealing to people who are maybe tired of conventional religion, right? Or simply following the path of no spirituality at all. So people are returning to the wisdom of our ancestors who lived very close to the earth, who honored the seasons. And we're approaching a very powerful seasons, beloved. We're approaching spring equinox, and tomorrow is the new moon in Pisces. So the spring equinox is one of the 4 doorways to cosmic earth power, right? We have spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, and winter solstice. So they're kind of like these 4 entries, 4 gateways, where there's a concentrated cosmic power that we can attune our consciousness to and we can learn to work with. So in ancient times, they actually believe that New Year starts with the spring, and it actually makes sense, right? So then we had our calendar created, and everybody began to follow Gregorian calendar that starts on January 1st. But before Gregorian calendar was invented, people were following the rhythm of the planet, the rhythm of the earth. And the winter was the end of the old cycle, and every spring is the birth of a new cycle. Is this interesting to you? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, my name is Katerina Satori. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm deeply passionate about wisdom, true unconditional love, beauty, sovereignty, empowering people to live authentic, sovereign, prosperous, and creatively rich lives. And I do these live streams where I share tools and practices and spiritual wisdom from our ancestors. So this is one of them. And I often share these live streams on YouTube and Instagram afterwards, where people can access it for free. So darlings, why is it powerful to honor these gateways? Well, because we live in a culture that is driven by artificial time, artificial racing against time, not honoring the cycles, right? But turning our body into a machine that has to produce on demand all the time. That's why we're so exhausted. A lot of us often go through burnouts, through exhaustions, through disillusionment, whether our dreams ever happen or whether we have the strength and the power to make them true. So every new moon is like a new page in your reality. Think it this way. That's why, if you begin to track how you feel, you begin to track how you feel on a new moon and how you feel on a full moon, depending on your constitution, on your body, mind composition, right? Some people feel incredibly energized on the new moon. I'm one of them. I launch all of my programs on the new moon, any kind of trainings. I strategize, like a program launch that is, I don't launch anything before the new moon. It's very strategic and intuitive because I know I feel the best on the new moon. I am like filled with the cosmic energy. On the full moon is more like release, restore, cleanse, let go. A lot of times people on the full moon are feeling more tired and exhausted, kind of like in their cocoon. So tomorrow is the new moon, and you got to track which sign it is in, because depending on which sign the new moon is or the full moon, you will experience the qualities of that sign. Tomorrow is the sign of Pisces. And if you study astrology, or if you're just beginning to see the power of astrology as a tool, the more we understand the stars and their relationship to our lives, the more we can begin to decode the symbols in our lives, right? So the Pisces is a very mystical sign. And let me know in the comments if I have any Pisces listening with me. Pisces is a very mystical sign. It's a deeply intuitive. It's a really an archetype of a healer. And it's an archetype that is very comfortable in the world of subconscious, dreams, right? Intuition. And Pisces is a sign that really here to help us attune to oneness, to interconnectedness of all. And it's very interesting because after Pisces, we're going to go into Aries, which is very fire. It's the first sign of the fire of the year, right? Where we feel like with the spring, we desire to make bold moves, not just sit and talk about our intentions, but actually supercharge our intentions with actions, with some daring, with some risk taking. That's Aries energy. Do you see the difference? So it's very important when you begin to attune, what's the new moon, but what kind of sign is it in? And then you begin to align to these energies and you begin to cultivate them in your own being. So how do you set a witchy intentions? I constantly learn, I constantly learn the new ways to supercharge my intentions. And one of them, darlings, is this process of, let's see, do I have something here? I think I shared this. I shared this with my mastermind community, these witchy practices. So I'll share some of them with you. What I do before every new moon, because right now we are in intention portal. So usually you begin, it's like the gate begins to open. So right now we're in the portal where you would be wise to get very honest with yourself and very clear. What do you desire to create in this month? What do you desire to create? What do you desire to unveil? What do you desire to unveil, reveal, right? So this is how I set my intentions right now. They're all in qualities that I decide to cultivate. Instead of like waiting from my outside reality, I choose to create everything from within. So for example, if I desire more beauty in my life, right? Then I will say something like this: my intention is to experience my sensual self this month, right? Or I desire to express a new style in my life. I desire to feel sexy, to feel inspired by my own spectrum of expression. Imagine setting those kind of intentions, right? So you look at the area of your life that maybe you haven't got very clear of how you desire to expand that area. Maybe it's your body, maybe it's your sensuality, maybe it's your sexiness, maybe it's your bold expression. Maybe you're very comfortable expressing yourself and you're very soft and nurturing aspect. This could be definitely, I can relate to that, right? But you want to bring more your bold warrior, like your alpha self, like the healthy version of an alpha, like the one that when we enter the Aries season, you'll be required to bring that more daring, risk-taking aspect of yourself, right? So Or service. I had an intention about service. How do I desire to feel in my service? So you see, I don't set an intentions, I'm going to call in extra amount of money. That's one level of creation, and it's relevant, it's useful, but there is much deeper manifestation approaches that you can unlock when you go straight into how do you desire to feel as a result of that manifestation already here. It's more of advanced quantum creation process where you go and you say, how do I desire to feel? Right? And, like for me, the moment I start saying I desire to feel deeply supported in my service, I begin to call in the most incredible people to assist me, right? To take my message in a bigger way and to support me in a day-to-day of running a business. And the same thing I say, like I desire to express more of my true creativity. I desire to feel aligned. So basically the process is you choose 3 areas of your life that you desire to create in a new way. And then you write down the states of consciousness that you desire to unveil, express, manifest. And let's talk about the word manifest. Manifest or manifestation, you take something from the invisible and you turn it into visible, right? This is a true artistry, living your life as an art. You take something from the spirit world, from the world of an idea, from the world of inspiration. And by taking action on that idea, on that inspiration, on that vision, you turn unmanifest into manifest. So it's a beautiful process of aligning to your true intentions, not chasing somebody else's intentions, or not even chasing your old self intentions, because you're ever evolving being. So what was important for you even a year ago may not be as important right now. So it's this constant source of attunement. What is important for me right now? What is alive for me right now, right? And that's the power of intentions, because you are attuning to your truth as it is right now. And then from that place of attunement, you say, what do I desire to experience? What do I desire to create? How do I desire to show up differently? This is the questions that the universe loves to participate together with you, right? Because the universe is this quantum fabric of reality that constantly mirrors your inner state of being. All right, I promise you a little witchy stuff. Little witchy stuff, loves. Okay, so I just learned a new technique. I'm gonna do it tonight because my theme for this month is to connect more and very intentionally with my sensual self. So tonight, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a beautiful bath. For me, it's a hot tub. And I'm gonna sit in a hot tub. I'm gonna just really feel these intentions from the place of my body is in deep relaxation. So take a bath. While you're in the bath, you can put some candles, put some essential oils, really like create a ritual of adoring yourself, right? So from that place of self-love and self-adoration, feeling your heart, feeling your body, feeling your life, celebrating this moment, from that place, you launch your intentions. How powerful would that be? You come out of the shower or the bathtub or hot tub, as I have, and then you take your favorite lotion. Are you ready for this? You take your favorite lotion and you begin to name your intentions one by one. For example, more sensuality, more sexiness, more adoration in my life, right? Or more ease, more aligned prosperity, more beauty, more flow, right? And then you say to yourself, I choose to receive, I choose to experience, I choose to manifest, I intend to create. These are the very powerful words, right? The very powerful words where you speak as a creator of your reality, and you use this powerful energetic portal as new moon, spring equinox, and all the other portals. You see, a mediocre mind will not go into the territory of the magic. It takes that sensitive mind, attuned mind, right? That is willing to see the subtle but profound intelligence that connects us all. And then you begin to interact with the world as a one conscious being that is here to co-create with you. So this is one of the way I would infuse my intentions into my own body. And what a profound way to experience intimacy with your own body, right? Where you fuse your emotions, your thoughts, and your body. So put the beautiful lotion all over you. And then that's the time to go to your devotional altar. Maybe you are in your wonderful robe or pajamas or anything cozy. Light a candle. Always have a candle with me. Light a candle. And this is the time to enter the unmanifest world, the place of silence and stillness, where you go deeper and deeper by silencing the mind until you feel the point of coherence, the point of presence, where you can release the stories of the mind, the worries of the mind, and you're in that exquisite moment of presence. And in that moment, you surrender your intentions into the void of infinite intelligence. You see the magic of that, right? You engage your whole being in declaring, choosing, and consciously aligning to your true, deepest soul intentions. So that's what I wanted to share with you, my loves. You can also do this process that I call programming your crystals, right? Where you take a little crystal and, maybe when you buy your altar, you're offering that, you're imagining that your three deepest intentions being transferred into a crystal. Crystals are proven to hold and store data, information, right? So you put it into a crystal, and then this could be an offering to you, to Mama Gaia, when you go and you make an offering and maybe you bury it into the earth. So these are quite advanced witchy practices that will become powerful to a sensitive, humble, and open mind. Even if there is a tiny bit of skepticism, you're going to lose the power of the ritual, because you got to come to any sort of a ritual. You got to come as open as an empty cup, and learning to work with these tools, learning to work with the cycles, learning to work with the seasons in the new way. Yeah. As I always say, like, these portals are given to us as an opportunity to realign. We can keep rushing and chasing somebody else's goals and ideas for our life and never stop and ask ourselves, what is it I really desire? What is my truth right now that is really alive for me? And it's going to change. You're ever evolving being. And then you begin to create from the place and the seat of your authentic power by asking yourself, what are the state of consciousness that I am attuning? And one more principle on manifestation, beloveds, is manifestation without action is delusion. Okay? I think we all can find truth in that. Because what I see a lot of times happens, people say, oh, I receive abundance. And how the universe answers our intentions on abundance, universe answers by presenting an opportunity for us to show up and serve life, right? That's powerful. So look for opportunities to serve life. If you're calling in for a bigger abundance, look for opportunities to serve life. Look for opportunities to share your gifts more consistently, with more devotion, more courageously, more authentically, right? And then you find the truth that universe is nothing but abundance. And you grow your confidence in your ability to co-create with this quantum field that constantly mirrors what's inside to you. It's the most liberating partnership, the most liberating partnership. For me, the reason why I give a voice to these new moon and full moon and all these portals, because the moment I begin to learn how to live in harmony with cycles of life, I begin to see, the way of the harmony. How do you walk your life fearlessly, harmoniously, filled with beauty, filled with grace, but also filled with boldness, because every expression of true creativity has that energy of boldness in it, right? Where you're not afraid to take a risk. You're not afraid to say what is truly on your mind. You're not afraid to reveal a bigger spectrum of your soul. It's very enchanting to witness when people dare to reveal more and more of who they are in their spectrum. All right, loves. That's what I wanted to share. It's a gorgeous day here in Laguna Beach. I am going to playfully transition to some of my creative tasks. I am so excited, darlings. I've been really focused on finishing a structural design of my book that I am writing right now, and it's almost complete, so all of these weeks have been devoted to putting together like a skeleton, the bones of the book, right? And then I can channel into the structure, which entire process helped me see the beauty of an integrated creativity, where we have the masculine, which is the form, the structure. There is a process how you tell a story. There's the process how you weave the elements to have the book really serve its purpose, right? And then when the structure is clearly put together very intentionally, then the wild feminine can pour into this container that's called the book structure. So, it just teaches me so much that everywhere I look, the integration of the archetypal masculine or archetypal feminine, that's where it's at, And a lot of times we begin with these very masculine, patriarchal values in life because we're born into the culture of 5,000 years of patriarchy. Then we begin to search and reclaim our connection with the sacred feminine. And then there's this journey of balancing both and realizing yourself as an integrated divine human. So I focus on that, and it's been a very, very powerful journey to say yes to that creation and trust it completely. So this is going to be part of my manifestation and intention process, is to trust that creative process and to recommit to that creative baby of mine. So all that being said, I hope I encouraged, inspired, and encouraged and inspired you to really walk through this portal with intention, with playfulness, with joy, and see what happens. You know, my favorite way to say it, see what happens. And when you start living with the cycles, you start living with harmony, you start living with beauty, you start living with power, authentic power, authentic power. We all could use accessing more of our authentic power. And accessing your authentic power requires learning to wield that power with responsibility and grace, right? That's another topic. Okay, on this note, darlings, there's few ways we can stay in touch. I have a podcast called Satori Moments. It's available on iTunes, available on Spotify, available on Anchor, and I am going to grow it more and more. So if you'd like to hear some of the episodes that already been published, it's available for free. Just Google and search Satori Moments Podcast. If you go to my main website at katerinasatori.com, there is an option to join my email community that receives a monthly wisdom transmission that is not available anywhere else, but only my email subscribers. You're more than welcome to join that. And there is a variety of self-study programs on my page called Courses. They're available right now. So if you would like to go deeper and see what's already created, how I can support you through my self-study courses, I'm here for you. And next week, I'm going to deliver a new training, a new workshop. So stay tuned. You will see it. It's going to be announced. I launched everything after new moon. Everything after new moon. So I'm excited to deliver more high value trainings and webinars and workshops. This is truly my passion and the way that I serve life. So until then, may this new moon illuminate your connection to all. May you remember yourself. May you create from your higher self. May you create from a place of true oneness. And may you choose an intentions that matter. Because remember, spring equinox is when the year really begins. So what would you like to create with this nature designed new year on spring equinox, end of March? What would you desire to create? What would you desire to manifest? And when you ritualize it, you create a bigger power. Until then, I love you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing this very, very special time with me. And be blessed.